Welcome back to Main Street Living. Danielle, Quincy, interacting with media is a huge part of our everyday lives, and the way we consume information has actually changed a lot over the past few decades.
You got that right, Cheryl. In fact, one of media's oldest forms of communication is still going strong, and that's radio. So luckily we have Schuyler Williams here with us today to talk about one of New Orleans' longest running radio stations, WBOK. Welcome to Main Street Living there, Schuyler.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Doing great. Glad to have you on. Now, getting right to it, WBOK, they're one of the longest running Black-owned stations here in the country, and for decades, they played a variety of music formats. But in 2005, I understand you decided to switch to a news and talk format. So why the change?
Yeah, after Hurricane Katrina, since WBOK is based in New Orleans, there was a need for another news talk radio station that would talk about the issues that affected the African American population in the city. That was just not, there was not a presence on any other radio formats or television stations. So that's why the previous ownership of the radio station decided to change the format to news talk.
Oh, okay.
What was the response from the community when you made that switch?
The community was actually very excited to have it back to what it was originally doing in the African American community in New Orleans in the 60s. WBOK was very influential in the civil rights movement. It was the place where organizers would engage the community to come out and be a part of different active activities so that they could fight for social justice for African American people. So they were very excited to have the voice of the community be back in the community.
Yeah, and I know fighting for social justice is still important even in today's time. Like, what other programs and information can listeners find on WBOK?
So we offer a lot of information about voter registration, making sure that our listeners know how they can get registered to vote, so that they know what the laws are that require them to register this district, that district, if they've been incarcerated. Just basically keeping them informed about what their civic rights are. We also talk a lot about education. We try to keep our audience informed of the things that they need to really be productive in their day-to-day lives. We also do a legislative breakdown every week where we explain the policies that are up for vote with the legislative session in the state and as well as nationally. So we just provide a lot of services in our conversation on shows to keep our audience informed.
I'm sure that's very helpful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think you guys do a great job, obviously, of weaving yourselves into the community. We know that you're also active in the community outside of the radio station. What are some of the events that you guys support?
So we support Jazz Fest. The radio station actually used to be housed right next door to the fairgrounds. So we would support Jazz Fest prior to us moving over to Xavier. We'll be doing that again. We support every major event that comes into town on a large scale, like French Quarter Fest. One of our owners, Cleveland Spears, actually is the organizer for the Fried Chicken Festival that'll be coming up here in October. So we support all of those fun events. We also support forums, again, going back to our mission of keeping the community informed and connected. So we make sure that we are at city council meetings, education, enrollment, open houses, all those types of things, as well as new businesses that are opening. We support the Black Chamber and the New Orleans Chambers of Commerce because we just try to make sure that we're helping our local entrepreneurs to get some information out about their brand. So if you tell us you have something going on, a lot of times we'll show up.
That's pretty cool. I got a bunch of things going on. Can you shout me out? So Schuyler, a lot of exciting things going on, and obviously the summer just got started. But can we fast forward to what's going on in the fall season that'll be coming up soon?
Yeah, so we're really excited. One of the things we've done in our new move under new ownership is we've partnered with Xavier University. So we've got an internship program that we've already launched, but with the pandemic, we haven't had a lot of students on campus. So moving into the fall, we'll be having new opportunities for students to come on to from campus to come into our studio so that they can have real hands-on experience about what it is to work and operate a radio station. We'll be partnering with St. Augustine High School to feature their football games this season. Very excited about that. We didn't really get to do a lot of those types of fun things last year, so we're excited to be partnering with them. And we'll also be continuing our partnership with the New Orleans Pelicans. We are the only radio affiliate in New Orleans proper. So we're excited about the upcoming season for that and keeping people plugged in. And then of course, we also have a voter registration drive coming up and some debates because we've got a big election season this year in November. So we're going to be covering all of the things that will be on the ballot with some debates and forums, et cetera, on the air.
Cool.
All of this amazing information and quality information on your guys' broadcast. The good news is even though you broadcast from New Orleans, people anywhere in the world can listen via streaming now. So what does it mean to you guys to have such a broad reach now?
It's really fantastic because our content is very provocative in some places. We've got Wendell Pierce, who does an interview once a month with whomever he chooses. He's talked to PJ Morton, Charles Barkley, so many different people. So what it allows is for that content, that fun content, that provocative content to get out beyond just what we're doing locally, because it's information that's relevant, to people outside of New Orleans as well. So we love that the stream extends the reach of our radio station.
I love that. I love that, extending the reach. And how can the viewers find you guys as they extend their reach to connect with you guys?
So they can find us online at www.wbok1230.com. And they can also follow us on Instagram at wbok.1230. And of course, they can catch us on their dial on their terrestrial radios by finding us on the AM signal 1230.
Awesome. Definitely got to check it out. Thank you so much for stopping by there, Scott.
Thank you guys for having me.
All right. You take care.
All right. Well, that certainly didn't put me to sleep. In fact, it inspired me. But for those of us who do struggle with sleep, we might have some solutions for you in the next segment. Stick around.